Hey, Zoo here. We're gonna talk about the Joker movie, apparently. Wow, this whole thing has blown up and kind of hit me out of nowhere because I was not expecting that. But this is what happens when you market an outrage marketing. So I'm not sure what you people were expecting. Let's get into it, shall we? So apparently, Warner Brothers thinks a lot has been said about the Joker, so it's canceling its red carpet interviews. There's still going to be photographers and such on the red carpet on the premiere of this movie now. However, journalists and such have been banned from doing any kind of interview on the red carpet, and rightfully so. But they're getting really, really upset about it too. I mean, let's see. What else in recent history happened that people were overreacting to and claiming that it was infringing on their rights somehow? Oh yeah, when you get banned from the White House or something like that, or blocked by the president, people keep going on about how that infringes on their journalistic rights, their First Amendment, and to be totally honest, no it doesn't. Look, how entitled do you have to be that you think that your ability to go to something is somehow a right? No, listen. The First Amendment is written in a way to keep the government from infringing on your ability to speak, to write what you write, to do journalism, to do news and things like that. However, nothing in it states you have to be at the event. Nothing states that you have to have access to, say, the President of the United States, or have to have access to this red carpet event and to do interviews and such. Yeah, it's not an infringement on your rights. It's not unprecedented. It's not, some, how dare they kind of thing. Look, if you act like a fool, they have every right to kick your tail out. They don't like you, it doesn't matter what their reasoning is. They don't have to give you anything. But you know what you can still do? You can still write about it. You can still talk about it. You just can't be personally there to experience it. Or whatever. And it's not infringing on your rights. So this whole thing is just stupid. Anyway, so let's look at this, shall we? Well, the large convention around Todd Phillips' upcoming Joker film, I can't read, continues to intensify as people reflect on how the story's depiction of a white domestic terrorist fits into a cultural landscape. Why? Why are people reflecting on that? It's a movie about the flippin' Joker. Like, Batman Joker, a movie about the Joker. I don't understand the issue here at all. It's, let's see. Give me a horror movie. Somebody. Horror movie. I need a horror movie. I don't care. Anyway, when a horror movie is made, like, I don't know, Freddy Krueger or whatever, are people, like, reflecting on how that somehow fits in the cultural landscape or something? No, it's a horror movie. This is just gonna be a movie about the Joker. Yeah. Anyway, Warner Brothers is attempting to take back some control of the narrative by barring print and broadcast press access to the red carpet of the Hollywood premiere, where interviews were to be conducted. Good. F you guys. Anyway, Variety reports that Warner Brothers has disinvited all print and television reporters from Red Carpet's Joker Hollywood premiere, set to take place this Saturday. Is it like this Saturday or next Saturday? Did this happen already? Anyway, and only photographers will gain access. IO9, a trash that is, has independently confirmed that only photography press will be allowed on the red carpet. Variety's editor-in-chief, Claudia Ella, reacted to the news by writing, "Are you kidding me? Is this unprecedented?" No, it's not. You don't have a right to be there. How hard is that to understand? Your reporters don't have a right to be there. They can sit there and write about the movie all dang day they want. And you know why they're not allowed to be there? Because of stuff like this. And I forgot to scroll up. These articles here, the fight over the Joker movie and the new movie's dangerous message explained. Joaquin Phoenix Joker is the subject of furious debate. The movie hasn't even been released yet. Let's see, where's another one? Why everyone is freaking out about the Joker? Is the Joker backlash mere moral panic? Or does the movie actually sympathize with incel culture? Really? Are you kidding me? This is what you people have been writing for days. And you wonder why Warner Brothers is like, oh, since you guys have been bashing our movie since, forever now, you guys can go pound sand. You're not invited. Duh! Let's face it this way. Say you send out an invitation to somebody, all right? You're having a party. Because I understand you guys can't understand things. So I'm going to try and rework it here to something that you might understand. So you're throwing a get-together. You got a party. It's a safe, inclusive environment. You've got puppies on standby, coloring books, crowns on the table. You've got unopened bottles of beer and some kind of safety thingy so you can make sure nobody messes with them until they're about to drink it. You've got your party scheduled and it's going on, right? And you've invited, 10 people, 20 people, something like that. And then one of those people go off on Twitter and start talking about you. Yeah, they start calling you names. They say how this party is going to be bad. It's going to be the worst party of the century. It's horrible. They don't even have the right coloring books. And all that good jazz. And they say they're gonna and they hope something bad happens to it, because there are articles out there where there are journalists wanting something bad to happen during this movie so they can go see. Hate that. But anyway, and this person on Twitter is saying, I hope something bad happens. I hope somebody comes in and somehow drugs all the drinks or whatever, or cuts up all the comic books, or slashes all the puppies. I don't know. And it's a bloodbath. And then you tell them, by the way, you're no longer invited. And then that person going back to Twitter and going, are you kidding me? Is this unprecedented? Is this a thing? This is infringing on my rights. How dare you not let me come to the party? Are you kidding me? If you can't get it from there, I don't know what to tell you. You're just lost in La La Land, and I don't know. Go bury your head in the sand. Anyway, well, red carpet interviews don't always lead to the lengthy of exchanges between reporters, cast, and crew members. There's still excellent opportunities for members of the press to present the rich and powerful with whatever succulent. I can't say that word. I'm sorry. To the point questions were succulent. To the point questions worth asking. Really? To the point. Okay. Anyway. When reached for comments, Warner Brothers spokesman did not give IO9 a reason for the press being barred. Really? You need you need Warner Brothers to explain to you that because y'all are a bunch of cucks and you're not allowed to show up? Okay. Anyway. Which is highly unusual, if not unprecedented, by giving the following statement. A lot has been said about the Joker, and we just feel it's time for people to see the film. A lot of interviews regarding Joker have already been conducted before this past week. Of course, IO9 to the director earlier this year. It wasn't until the interview posted by The Telegraph in which The online reported Phoenix walking out after being asked whether audiences might take the wrong message away from the film, that things started getting really contentious. Family members of those killed in 2012 Aurora, Colorado mass shooting put out a statement this week not to condemn or boycott the film, but to ask Warner Brothers to end political contribution to candidates who take money from the NRA and vote against gun reform, and use its political clout and leverage in Congress to actively lobby for gun reform. Even if the studio never intended for the movie to become such a lightning rod that the military saw fit to warn its service members about it, the fact that it is wholly surprising to anyone who's been paying attention to the film's deployment, to say nothing of the darker parts of the Joker fandom. Alright. After these stories came out, Phil himself stated defending the film in several interviews, calling outrage a commodity. He spoke to The Wrap. Anyway, it's a movie, and people are dredging up outrage. I'm sure somewhere somebody mentioned the one shooting that happened in the theater by the guy, I think he dressed up like the Joker at a Batman thing and shot up the theater. And that's probably what is sparking everything, to be totally honest. I just can't find it, and I'm not going to go looking for it. But I'm pretty sure that's got a lot to do with it. That was years ago. This is just a movie, people, and people are up in arms about it. So here we go. Here's a hot take about it. Rachel Miller nails it, whoever that is. Okay, I've pinpointed exactly what it is that bothers me about the Joker movie. I don't want to watch a movie that shows us the trauma that drove the Joker insane. My question is why? Anyway, I don't want to watch a well-intentioned but unstable man get bullied until he turns into a mass murderer. Why? I don't want to watch a man get rejected by women as an excuse for his future of domestic abuse. Why? I don't really get that one that much. Anyway, I don't want to be shown what a poor, unfortunate underdog this man was, who was sadly forced by circumstances and that nasty Batman to take up a life of crime. Why? And was Batman really the reason why the Joker had to take up crime? I don't think Batman had anything to do with it. Or maybe he did, I just don't remember. It's hard to keep some of those stories straight, to be totally honest. Anyway, I don't want to have sympathy for a man best known for his robbery, murder, and arguably rape shoved down my throat for 2 hours. Wait, what? Is that in there? Is that a thing in the movie? But here's the question, why? I don't want this to be sold as a relatable story that can happen to anyone who had a bad enough day, and I don't want to be around any of the lonely white boys who relate to it. Do you see what I'm getting at? Yeah, you don't want to, I don't know anything. You don't want to be able to sympathize with this guy. I mean, you say it straight up right there. You don't want to understand why things like this. You don't want to have to sympathize with somebody who has been beaten down by society, who last resort is to do something like this, or not to do what the Joker does, but who would go out and commit mass murder or something like that. You don't want to know why they do it. All you're interested in is taking their guns, or taking everybody's guns away, so you can say you can prevent it from happening, because that's going to prevent it. I don't know if there is ever a good time for a movie that paints mass murder as a logical conclusion of society isolation, debatably neurodivergent white men being felled by the system, but I feel as though this is not fucking it. Well, if no time is a good time, then any time is arguably a good time to have that happen. But yeah, why does that bother you so much? To sort of get an understanding of what maybe somebody goes through mentally to why they end up where they are. Because that's usually like the last question everybody starts asking is, why did they do that? Why did they do that? But they're dead, so nobody can ask them. I don't want to see a movie that idolizes the Joker when there are plenty of easily armed F-boys who already think he has the right idea without adding a tragic backstory to elicit sympathy. Why? Well, you know what? Here's the easy one. Don't watch it, numbskull. Seriously, Rachel Miller. Hey, honey, you're a fucking idiot. If you don't want to watch it, if you don't want to see it, don't freaking watch it. Nobody is forcing you to go to the movie theater and watch stuff like this. This is purely your decision if you want to go and see it. Anyway, I also don't want the narrative line to be drawn between mental illness and mass murder, as it is so often done in modern era to Batman villains, and as is so common with the Joker in particular. I don't want to get highlighted and underlined in Sharpie as well. Why? I mean, seriously, the last things we've had when it comes to mass shootings and stuff, there has been a mental issue component to every single one of them. You know, a lot of them are just straight downright deranged for some reason. And they didn't get help. If you want to sit there and lambast this movie for bringing awareness to men's issues, don't go and see the movie. And the worst part is, the movie wasn't even designed to do that. It's just a movie about the Joker. That's it. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. I will see you later. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.